Good evening. My name is Zaim Halim. Today I will be presenting the AWS Cloud Computing benefit and also the risk for the subjects IMS 556. Okay, so AWS Cloud Computing has been launched in the year of 2006, and until now it has been the most successful cloud computing platform. Okay, AWS Cloud actually is a subsidiary under the AWS, under the Amazon. AWS Cloud has been initiated by the Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon. Okay, so below is the competitors of cloud industry. So we have Dell, IBM, and we do have Salesforce and Google Cloud. All right. Okay, so there are a few benefits of AWS cloud computing. Okay, one is the user-friendly. To compare with other cloud computing provider, AWS is the most stable cloud software. Okay, it provides you with the all informations, documentation, and video instructions in order for you to learn how to use all the service. So hence, before any companies or the individual purchase or subscribe the AWS, so there will be a training given, and also the AWS cloud computing is the most flexible. Okay, so you can actually build your virtual computing environment by setting up your preferable operating system and applications. So basically, the user can actually design your own layout of how you want your cloud your cloud software look like. Okay, so you actually have your own a power to design. So to compare with other cloud software, okay, AWS is much flexible. And in term of the privacy, okay, AWS cloud computing is much secure. Okay, it has several security system. Okay, one is the data protections, identity and access management, infrastructure protections, detections, and continuous monitoring, and also it's comply to the data and privacy. So any data that you store in the AWS cloud, it will be not shared to others. So this, in terms of the security, is the most secure to compare with other cloud computing providers. On top of that, it very cost effective. Okay, AWS actually offer pay as you go pricing method. So for example, if you subscribe the software, okay, and whenever you want to terminate, okay, you no need to continue to pay the service. Okay, so in terms of the reliable, okay, uh, we can actually rely 100%, I can say, for the AWS cloud computing, as your data will be stored in the 3 different availability zones. Okay, so even if 2 zones break down, you still can retrieve back your data. So to compare with other cloud providers, they may have one a storage. So if the storage is break, so the chances in order for you to lose the data is high. Okay, and it's a highly performance. Okay, AWS offer a high performance computing service so that the companies no need to worry about the speed. Okay, so these are the 7 benefits of cloud computing programs. Okay, as the countries and as well as the global moving towards in the cloud systems, AWS offer the training programs in order for our country or the global to produce more of data scientists or data engineer. Okay, so under the AWS cloud computing, okay, these are the trainings that they offer to the individuals and also the companies. Okay, so if say the company would like to um, purchase or subscribe AWS cloud system, okay, they can actually send their relevant employees to go for the trainings. Okay, so these are quite new in our country. Okay, as AWS offer a few level of certifications. Okay, so the more trainings you go, the higher level you can go. Okay, for example, if you go for the foundation base, okay, you will be entitled for the cloud practitioner. So that's mean if you go more training, okay, you can actually become the cloud specialist, or we call it as AWS certified specialty cloud engineer, or cloud or data scientist. Okay, so these are the level of certifications. So that's all the beauty part of AWS cloud computing. Okay, now we go to the disadvantage and also the risk of cloud computing. Okay, so once there will be a bit of limitations. Okay, since most of the companies, or I can say the corporate agencies, are moving towards AWS cloud computing. Okay, so companies that are using AWS will have difficult resources to use, but the problem comes when default resources limits vary from region to regions. So if, say, like I mentioned earlier, so AWS store your data in three different zones, or three different zones. Okay, so when one or two zones, or one or two storage or server down, you can actually get your data back, but it may take some times. Okay, and AWS cloud computing, to compare with others, okay, since it's become more famous and popular among the IT industry, okay, in Malaysia especially, we lack of experts. Okay, so since AWS is really complex in terms of the infrastructure, so we need to have we need to send the company or the corporate agencies, they need to send the employees to sit or to take training, okay, so that we can actually produce more AWS cloud engineer. All right. So in terms of the price variation, so this is one of the limitations, and also the risk of AWS cloud computing. Okay, as the pricing the factors are based on the cost of land, fiber, electricity, tax from region to region. So for example, if the main storage, okay, if the main storage down due to the environment, okay, the pricing may go down and sometimes can go up. So there is no stable pricing over here. All right. And then the general issues, okay, users sometimes face downtime with server. It may be because of the power loss or network connectivity with the cloud provider. So this is some of the general issues. But as of now, AWS have their own method to lower down the issues. All right. So that is all about AWS cloud computing. Okay. And in conclusions, many of the top companies, including Netflix, LinkedIn, and government agencies, are moving towards AWS cloud computing. So if our country would like to go further and would like to produce more data expert, okay, AWS is one of the cloud servers that we can take into considerations. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you and have a good day.